Hello, everybody. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and James Gunn did a big Q&A on his Instagram. And just a couple of his answers actually became news stories themselves. So I'm here to bring them to you. He talks about Suicide Squad, the state of DC, as well as a lot of other silly stuff. And rather than just give you two quick answers, let's go through them all. But before I get to them all, let's go to the main acts, the ones that are getting all the press all over. He said, I just ate too much cheese. Any questions? Was there a second choice you had in mind other than Suicide Squad? Because for those of you who don't remember, he basically it's been confirmed that DC said you can do whatever you want. What do you want to make? And he chose the Suicide Squad, which is one of his favorite comics. And they said, sure. So apparently there was a second choice. What was that second choice you had in mind? I had two. Maybe you'll find out someday, but not today. They also asked, do you know the future of the DC movie universe? Like, do you know details of new movies? And he went, some, yes. So obviously, even just these little answers are getting fans speculative. There's not a bunch of real, stuff, but let's go through, because he answered a ton of questions. Let's go through them together and see if we can break some other news story that these other sites didn't figure out yet. Ready? Let's see what headlines we can gather from this. It's been going this quickly. The way the Instagram stories work is just, you got to go back to the beginning, even though I already clicked this. All right. So as he said, I just had too much cheese. Do you guys have any questions? See how many? There's a lot of them. Let's go through it. Do you have any questions? Let's find the story. Hardest you ever laughed on set? Probably when Dave Bautista was talking with Kurt Russell about whether he had a penis. I literally fell out of my chair. That was a pretty funny scene. Next. Are you lactose intolerant? Not at all. I drink milk all the time and eat cheese a lot. Clearly, from his question. He's not Joaquin Phoenix, though. Stealing, raping the milk out of the cows. Did you ever battle imposter syndrome starting out? How to overcome? I am fortunate enough not to have imposter syndrome. I believe I'm truly good at what I do, and I've worked very hard to be good and still am working hard. It is, however, hard for me to accept my blessings in life when so many have so little. Okay, there you go. Favorite memory during the Panama shoot so far? I had a difficult thing happen in my personal life, and the whole crew and cast rallied to support me. I'll never forget it. Well, that's nice. They did come to support him again. He thought probably wasn't going to make another movie again, and everyone has sort of like, nope, we support you. It's nice when people come and support their friends. What's your favorite line of dialogue from the Guardians movies? We are Groot. I got to agree. Is there a better line? Tell me down in the comments below. Next up. Was there ever a song you wanted to use in a movie but couldn't? I tried to use The Drugs Don't Work in Super, and we couldn't get the rights. That's the only time. That's The Verve, right? Yeah. Or is that Oasis? It's one of those British bands. I think it's The Verve. You never answer my question. Sorry, there are thousands within minutes. Wow, he's so full of himself. Jeez. What Guardian shall I sketch next? Kraglin. What is your most anticipated DC movie to come out next? The Batman. Matt Reeves is one of my favorite current directors. How nice of him. So clearly he must know more about Batman. Favorite stage musical? Les Mis. It's a fun one. The movie was tough. Does Harley Quinn have a spotlight on the Suicide Squad? She's a major part of the film, if that's what you're asking. Ooh, now that could be a headline. Harley Quinn leads the Suicide Squad. Let's find the article that did that. I'm sure someone did. Favorite color? Teal. Interesting. Not mine, but all right. To each their own. Next up on is this a headline? Favorite Motley Crue song? Too Young to Fall in Love. What college did you attend? St. Louis University, Loyola Marymount, and Columbia University in New York. Are you interested in bringing back Iron Man? Nope. I think Downey's arc was great, and he's amazing as Iron Man. I saw this as its own headline. People are literally grabbing these and making them their own headline. So I kind of did with my story, my headline, but I'm giving you all of them. We're gonna go get through all of these. Is there some people literally jump to like James Gunn would never use Iron Man in a movie? Is the headline I saw based off of this answer, which I don't think. Is there some cool group chat with all the big MCU directors? Nope, but I private text chat with a few of them. Again, he likes to like name drop, sort of. He didn't really drop a name, but in which age did you start filmmaking? 12. What type of cheese did you eat? Some brie and some Gouda. I wonder if it was any Gouda. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, how you pictured it, or did you alter it through the writing process? It's pretty close to how I originally pictured it. There are always surprises along the way, however. That must mean he didn't know Gamora was going to die. I really don't want the Gamora doesn't remember who they are in part 3. Am I the only one? That sounds so stupid. Win her back through the amnesia or whatever thing. She doesn't remember. Stupid. His spirit animal is a platypus. What do you think of Taiki? Of course, you love Jojo Rabbit. Why would you say otherwise? How do you determine the right balance of screen time for characters in Suicide Squad? Each character gets however long they need to help tell the overall story and to fulfill his or her individual arc. Good answer. That's how it works. I bet you $10 you won't answer. Please donate money to Rainforest Trust. That's another way to do it. He likes Tom Waits. How do you balance social media engagement with your fans without oversharing? That's a good question, actually. I'm pretty aware of my own comfort level with sharing. Sometimes things are too raw or new to share publicly, but I'm as open and honest as I can be. All right. Sometimes he does share a lot, but hey, as long as he knows what makes him happy, that's a good answer. Favorite Queen song? Leaving Home Ain't Easy. What do you think about Danila Melicor? I'm Portuguese, and I'm really happy for her. She astounds me every day as an actor and a person. I really love her. She's a friend for life. I guess she's in the movie. I'm not familiar with her. Would you rate Sonic the Hedgehog? I haven't seen it yet, but I'm really happy for Ben Schwartz that it did so well this weekend. What's your favorite movie? What's your movie when going through a depression and isolation phase? Or what's your move when going? What's a suggestion? Sunlight, exercise, meditate. All of this is, those 3 things are spot on. Prayer, talking to friends, playing with pets, therapy. Hang in there if this is happening to you and seek help. He's right on the money there. Good answer. I'm 23. Is it too late to start making movies? Come on. What a stupid question. There's no such thing as too much cheese. Sadly, there is. There is too much. I get my pizza with extra sauce. Leave the cheese the same, but get extra sauce. Anybody else with me? Hashtag extra sauce in the comments. How do you get yourself panicked? How do you not get yourself panicked when it comes to working on a set? I'm really comfortable on set, and I've been since my first day working on one. Only life panics me. I can relate to that too. Is John Cena invisible in Suicide Squad? No. Why were you eating cheese? It's my favorite nighttime snack. Have you ever visited Argentina? Yes, I love it. Do you know the future of the DC movieverse? Some. Yes, we answered that in the beginning. Last time you went to McDonald's, and what did you order? I got some fries there about 15 years ago. Good for you. Did you guys know that even McDonald's fries has beef? As a veggie, I can't eat their fries anymore. It's gross. I don't support McDonald's. Burger King Impossible Burger. That's for me. That's the one vegan moment you're going to get from me today. How is it working with Idris Elba? I'm a huge fan of his. He's a movie star of the highest order. I love him and his family. Can't wait to work with him again. He does seem like he'd be a cool dude. Look at all this insight. Was there a second choice you had in mind other than Suicide Squad? Yes. Have you ever been in India? Your favorite director because of Guardians of the Galaxy? Love from India. I have not, but I'd love to. I read that too quick. I'd love to have my Indian supporters here and there. I have my Indian supporters, and they're the best. Okay. He hasn't been in India. What was your second choice? You had in mind for DC. I had 2. Maybe you'll find out someday, but not today. But lots of speculation today on the internet of what those 2 could have been. Apparently, it was everything but Man of Steel. He couldn't do a Man of Steel 2, which I don't know if that means Henry Cavill wasn't allowed back or they were saving it for something else. But that was another interesting tidbit I saw from this. I don't know if he's going to mention that, but I saw that in another headline. What other previously what he's answered? What other jobs in film, bar writing and directing have you done? Bar writing. I started as an actor as well, and that's the end of the list. Yeah, you guys should look up PG porn. He did that over on what site was that? Anyway, he did PG porn. It's pretty funny, like porn scenes, but without the sex. Hope it's French cheese, or you're doomed in fartdom. Cheese has never made me fart. Really? How do you know? Any tips of overcoming procrastination, specifically when writing a script? I don't procrastinate. If I didn't love writing, I wouldn't have chosen it as a profession. It's the rest of life I have trouble with. Wow. Okay. Sorry. Did you land Guardians of the Galaxy because of Super? You're amazing. Love your work. Yes, the folks at Marvel were fans of Super, Slither, and my web shorts. Not Toxic Avenger, not Tromeo. Come on. His trauma stuff is pretty great. Scooby-Doo. How is it working with Mr. Fillion? Is one of my best friends, whether on set or off. I love working with him. Do you take opinions from your fans after you finish a script? A select few, yes. He takes feedback. Everyone should. Parasite deserved, but you don't want to take everyone's feedback. Only people you trust. Parasite deserved the Oscar? Definitely. What's your favorite advice someone gave you? My father told me he was successful as a lawyer because he loved what he did. It's true. Is there truth that you and Vin know what Groot is saying? And the J.J. Gunn and Bradley Cooper, they all know because he wrote a script of all the Groot lines. We knew that. Do you guys like Do you guys like to cast new faces in your films? Hi, I love to cast whoever face is best for the role, whether new or old. Safe answer. Teal, I should dump your head in a toilet. That's an extreme reaction. You might want to talk to someone about that. I reacted pretty extreme to Teal too. It's not my favorite. It's a very weird choice. but I'm not gonna tell him it's stupid. Big fan of Peter Capaldi. What do you make? What made you want to work with him? I love him and everything I've seen him, but especially in The Loop. There you go. He did name a movie. I was hoping he would name a movie. Not a question, just huge thanks. My daughter learned how to communicate on Bolivia. I love that. Cute. Do you know "Cruel to Be Kind" by Nick Lowe? Seems like a James Gunn song. You are correct. That was one of my favorite songs as a kid, and I still love it today. There you go. Joaquin Phoenix deserved Best Actor. Yes, I think he did. He was incredible. Would you ever like to write a book? I have written 2 published books and a novel, Lloyd Kaufman's autobiography. Learn your trauma, guys. Come on. Who's the person you trust reading your script with comments? My brother, my girlfriend, my manager, obviously people there, Kevin Feige. Are you sit in the chair type of person, director, or more of a stand and walk type of director? I'm a director who sits and watches the take and then stands and works. Lately, I do about 17,000 steps a day on set. Yeah, I got that too. Love the step counter. Other DC movie you had in mind is a movie that already has a director or something not even announced. Both are projects that weren't getting made unless I did them, at least not at this time. So I think he is going to answer the Henry Cavill thing. Would you ever do a movie with Guillermo del Toro? Probably not, because we do the same job. He produces. Why Captain Marvel has never met Guardians of the Galaxy before Endgame? There are sextillion of sentient beings in the universe. It would be unlikely that they had met. But the Guardians and the Avengers, that was likely, right? Well, he didn't write that, I guess. That's fair. If you were to pair your cheese with a wine, what would you choose? I don't drink alcohol. Okay. Apologies if you answered, is Suicide Squad before or after Birds of Prey? It is set in present day. That's not answering the question. That's so far the most interesting thing. It's set in present day. That's not, it's not before or after. I guess after? Why do you eat so much cheese? Because I'm weak. Do you like Pete Davidson? Very much. He's an incredibly sweet guy. What's it worth? Alex Braga. She's a dream come true, of course. What do you think he's going to say about his actors? Have you ever answered my favorite grunge band? Never saw the question. It's Nirvana or the Lemonheads. Good choices. Do directors get the final say when casting? On my movies, I get final say. I don't know, but other directors, it depends on the director or the studio, I guess. You're my favorite director. Thank you. Any advice for 19-year-old who doesn't know what to do in his career? It's normal to not know what you want to do. Take a year or 2 to go on a journey or discovery. Learn everything you can about various jobs that might interest you. Try stuff out. See what you're good at. It is healthy and can be fun to be in a space of not knowing. He's right. Did Matt show you the bat suit? Walter Hamada showed me the bat suit, and I texted Matt to tell him how much I dug it. Wow, he just loves it. He's like, yeah, I'm in the know, guys. Come on. Freaking James Gunn. Will any superhero appear in the Suicide Squad? Define superhero. Again, he's smart with these questions. He likes to play with his audience. How much research do you do before writing the script, the movie, like comic-wise? Well, before writing Suicide Squad, I reread every single Suicide Squad comic. Good move. Did you want to see a cigar shop? Seen you went to a cigar shop in Panama. Did you buy any? Yes. Ha ha ha. A little creepy, but he laughed. Favorite Wong Kar-wai movie? In the Mood for Love, maybe Fallen Angels, Happy Together. I love them all. Favorite movie you've ever written? My favorite screenplays, you mean? I love the movies I directed, but all the time. So far, I think I love the Suicide Squad script the most. Also love the scripts for Dawn of the Dead, Super, and the specials. Wow, there you go. He likes Suicide Squad the best so far. Which came first, chicken or the egg? Most definitely the egg, because chickens evolved from dinosaurs who laid eggs. Do my questions get blocked because I have a private account? No, I can see this. There are a lot of questions here. What inspires you to do these Q&As? Because I wish I had someone in the film industry to talk to like this when I was a kid or up-and-coming filmmaker. It's true. Back then, they weren't as vocal. Which studio film that you've directed gave you the most freedom to do what you want? I've had total freedom at Marvel and DC. Good for him. I believe that, too, because they didn't know what to do with Guardians. And then when it was a hit, they're like, yeah, please keep doing what you're doing. What are your favorite versions of the Suicide Squad comics? Al Strander is my jam, but I also love the New 52 stuff. Tell me something I didn't know. Dogs bark so much at postal workers because they think they're causing them to leave. That's why they hate them. They think they're coming to the house and scare them away every day. There you go. Favorite culture abuse song? Dip So Busted. Music stuff, I don't know. Can you see John Cena? He's hard to miss. He's gigantic. That's true. Have you seen those arms? Guardians of the Galaxy 2, focus on fathers, helped me get through my dad's death this summer. Thank you. You're welcome. I was so happy I was able to share the film with my own father before he passed away. Is Simon single? He's very single, but also very busy. So what are the kind of questions you would refuse to answer and don't want to get asked? Spoiler questions about the Suicide Squad, and there are many of them here. He's just ignoring all of them. Makes sense. Why would you spoil it? Is there any reason to be the name of TSS cast list, or is it random? Random. the order of the Suicide Squad cast list. Do you ever tap into your own personal experiences and fears when writing? Always. No matter how big or outlandish the films are, I tap into my personal feelings and experiences. The Guardians films are about my mother and my father and my feeling of being an outsider, for instance. Of course you write to your own experiences. Always. It's the best kind of writing. Sorry, I accidentally asked a spoiler question before I saw you said not to. No worries. I don't have to answer them. What do you love in seeing in auditions? I love it when an actor doesn't look like they're acting. It's actually quite rare. That's a good point. Sometimes they really are just like, I can't believe this. It's quite rare. A few years back, you liked a post I made of Guardians of the Galaxy art. I did a Twitter that kept me going, and he appreciated that. It's always nice to send people thoughts and praise when you like them. Are there a lot of pretentious people in the film industry that you have to deal with? I avoid pretentious people like the plague, so that's yes. Jenna's book for actors burst my bubble for good reason. Is it a good representation? I think Jenna Fisher's book is great for people thinking about an acting career. They used to be married or date back in the day. Pam from The Office. If you guys didn't know that, nice. They still speak fondly of each other. For an actor, which do you consider more important, auditioning or networking? Auditioning is way more important. How do you deal with toxic people that you just can't bear to let go? I had this conversation with Steve Agee last night. If someone is toxic or too negative, I just have to distance myself from them. Yep. Nope. Just saying hello from Mexico. Hello. And with that, I'm going to bed. Good night. And there you go. Why do you think about Danielle? Oh, yeah. Someone else liked that. And then he's sort of liking everybody. And there you go. All right. Well, we did it. There were a few interesting takeaways from that. Most notably, that Suicide Squad is his favorite script that he's currently written. And so that's interesting. And then he had 2 DC movies, the ones we talked about at the beginning, 2 DC movies that he was considering aside from the Suicide Squad that he didn't pick. His first choice was Suicide Squad. They gave it to him. And DC was sort of like, do anything, please. You just can't do a Man of Steel because we don't know what's going on with Henry Cavill and what's going on there. And so he went other directions. But I am very curious to see what else he would want to do there. And I'm be very curious to see what he does after Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because it seems, from the rumors I've heard, Ant-Man is going to open up to Fantastic Four, potentially Ant-Man 3, WandaVision. They're opening up the cosmic realm, Eternals, etc. Will James Gunn want to play in more of that sandbox, or will he be like, you know what, I did this. Let's go over to DC and play some new games. What do you guys want him to do? What was your favorite answer question? Do you like when he does those? I do. I think it's nice when they open up like that to us, the fans, because we can learn more about them in the process. Makes them feel available, and it's important. People don't even realize you got to have a following or you can't get things made. So support the people you like. Go follow, subscribe. Hit me up on social media. Instagram, over there. I post some cool movie versus movies and a lot of other stuff. So if you like the channel, you like here, go give it some love there. Be sure to subscribe here if you haven't already. I'll be back live tonight with A Change My Mind and some more content coming this week. I can't wait. I've been editing to drop for you. So stay tuned. Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you so much for watching. And thanks for James Gunn for always keeping it honest out there. Always appreciate his Q&As. You can follow him over on Instagram at James Gunn to catch them live. They usually only last a day, but now I've locked them to last forever. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll be back again. Have a good one. Bye.